Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs. Take me back to South Texas roots.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be working in the kitchen once again. On the last video I put in the kick plate down below. I was working inside the laundry room, and today I'm going to be working in the kitchen once again, trying to figure out this empty space above my refrigerator over here. Unfortunately, I have to custom build this. They didn't make the cabinet in the size that I needed. I was going to try to get one that was like this. This one's 30 inches wide. They also make them in 36 inch wide, and unfortunately my fridge is 33 inches wide. You'd probably say, well, just get the 36 inch and center it. I would, but that's not the case. I have a 12 by 12 by 30 cabinet hanging up here, which the fridge butts up against. And then I have just a small section over here where the light switch is. And if you did 36 inches, I have this board up here for reference. It sticks over that much, which in return would be covering up part of the light switch if I came down with it. I don't want something overhanging. So what I'm going to do on this video, I got a couple of 1 by 12 by 8s over here. Total cost with my Lowe's discount was right around $50. So shout out to Lowe's for hooking it up for being a rewards member. I saved $10 today. So anyways, every penny counts when you're building your house. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut 3 of them to 30 inches wide, which is exactly how wide the fridge is. And then I need to go up from the top of the fridge up to where the top of the cabinet is over there is 22 inches. So I'm gonna have 3 of them that are 30 inches going horizontally, 2 vertically that are 22 inches, and then I also should have enough of the board left over to put a backing on it so it looks like one complete piece. You won't be able to see the wall behind it, and eventually it'll cover up this whole section over here and just give me a little bit more room for storage here in the kitchen. Right now I have more than enough storage, but hey, when you're living in a small space, every inch counts. So anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start measuring. I'm going to start cutting everything. I'm going to go ahead and paint it white as well so it'll match everything else. Kind of like this little custom shelf that I built over here and down below over here to match everything else. So with that being said, it is time to stop talking. Let's get to building. All right, so first things first, I'm going to remeasure just to make sure I have everything correct. Once again, from the top of the fridge to the top of the shelf is actually 21 3/4. So I need to write that down, 21 3/4. And then across here, right at 33 inches wide. So then that'll fit across here and back down, and I'll just put one single board like this shelf in the middle of it, and I'll have basically 2 different shelves here that's 33 inches wide for extra storage for pots and pans or decorations or whatever the hell I want to put up here because it's my house. So anyways, now that I got my measurements, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. I'm going to use some wood glue and also little nails to shoot in. That way you can't really see it too much. And then I'll go back over it with some of the white paint that I had left over from the other projects, which seemed to blend in with everything. So now it's time to start cutting, putting stuff together, gluing, shooting, and everything in between. I have to give myself a 1/4 inch gap so I can still have it even with the top of the shelf and then still be able to slide the fridge in and out and have about a 1/4 inch gap above it. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out 21 1/2. And I might have to make 2 different cuts because the board is so wide. That'll be one side right there. Flip this over. Line everything up, make the second cut. I'll go back in and sand off all the rough edges, but that's how tall it's going to be. Gonna replicate this one. Just measure it, second guess. I got the two sides, I got the height for it. Now I need to measure out 33 inches minus the two widths of these two boards, and it should match up. All right, so I cut these to 31.5 inches wide, including the two side boards makes it 33 inches wide. The side boards, once again, are 21.5 inches tall. It'll match up at the top of the cabinets and also give me a little bit of room at the top of the refrigerator just to make sure everything fits in. Went ahead and put some wood glue down on the side here to connect the first board, shoot it in with my little nailer. We'll make our way down and enclose this little shelf. Still need to cut a couple more boards for the back side, but I want to do that last, make sure everything matches up first. That's what it looks like. Still need to paint it, but I'm gonna set it up there and try to dry fit it and see what it looks like. Hopefully everything fits how it needs to be fitted in. Like I said, I'm gonna raise it up about 1/4 inch so it'll match the other shelf. But it'd be something like that, lift it up. That way I can fit more stuff up in there, so. Just kind of finishes off this portion of the kitchen. Once again, you can still see I need to lift it up on this side. And then that'll give me a little bit of space up there on top of the fridge to be able to fit it in. Right now, you can see it's just sitting right on top of it. And I need to dust up here, so. I like the way it looks natural, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint it just to match the rest of the cabinets and stuff. So there will be a little gap back here for now. I'll try to figure out something to put back there. It's just the fridge can only go back so far. But yeah, hopefully everything goes smooth with the install. I'll shoot it to the studs on the back wall and then maybe put a screw or two somewhere in here and help hold it against this cabinet as well. So anyways, that's what it looks like now. I'm going to take it down, paint it, and then it should start blending in a little bit better. All right, so there's the first coat on it. You notice I didn't completely finish this side right here. This is what's going to be stuck up against the cabinet over there, so you won't even see it. And also did not paint the back side. I did paint both the top and bottom and all of the inside. Once again, it's white paint. I got to do a couple of coats over it, but this is just the first coat. I think it'll fit nicely in there and kind of match everything else. Once I get it nice, solid, and white, it'll match just like it did over here on this side, where that spice rack is, and down below that little pull-out section right there. So anyways, one last look. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a couple more coats of paint, and then we'll check back in. Alrighty, a million coats of paint later, I think I finally got it. I may need to do a few touch-ups, but went ahead and installed it up top. I like the way it came out. My only thing is, I'm not really liking the way it looks over here on the side. You can still see the gap behind the fridge based off of the plugs, the water line, all that stuff makes the fridge stick out a little bit. So what I'm thinking is possibly coming down with tongue and groove, or maybe even buying another 1x12 and running it down just a solid sheet straight down and having it come down to about here, and then leaving this part of the fridge exposed so I can use these magnet little holder things, or possibly doing tongue and groove and running the tongue and groove starting up here, going all the way down to the bottom of the fridge and all the way up here to the front of the fridge, and then leaving it that natural color so it kind of blends in with everything else around the house, kind of just ties in everything more than blending in, I guess. But that's basically what it looks like. Once again, I'll back up out here and show you. I think it tied it in pretty well. It seemed like everything matched up pretty decent. This had to be some custom thing that was made. It just did not fit the pre-made 30-inch one or the pre-made 36-inch cabinet, so I decided to make my own shelves. I don't have a lot of stuff to store up there, so I put my finest china, my styrofoam cups and plates up there, some coffee items and whatnot. And then you can see right here how there's still about a 1/4 inch gap at the bottom. And yes, I cleaned the top of the fridge for you guys. So overall, it fit in pretty well. Looks like the level is showing it right in the middle, which is good. Everything's plumb. I still have room on this side over here for those magnets if I decide to go ahead and cover in this side over here with wood. My only dilemma, once again, is the light switch right here. That's how much space I'm working with. I only have enough to do maybe one board's width, so that's what I'm thinking, possibly just doing the another sheet like this, just connecting it to the side here and then running it straight down just to cover in this section over here, and then maybe just leave this exposed. So I don't know. I'm open to ideas. You guys always come up with some crazy ideas, and sometimes they're good ideas. So anyways, I can't think of everything, so I'll be reading the comments, looking forward to seeing how you guys think I should finish out the side of the fridge, leave it just like that. I don't know, you tell me. So anyways, one last look. I think it tied everything in nicely in the kitchen. I think I've decided to go ahead and do the, not today, not on this video, but go ahead and do the tile all the way up to the bottom of the cabinets. So you're looking at, I don't know, maybe 20 inches of tile or so all the way across, and just running it straight across right here, making a straight line, and then back around on this wall. So I don't know, that's in the future. I'll be getting paid, I think, next week, something like that. I'll be buying a dishwasher once again and getting this kitchen closer to being completed. So anyways, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave y'all's comments down below. Let me know what you think I should do on the side of the fridge. That's my main concern right now, as far as trying to tie off this end of the kitchen. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Take me back to South Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs.